Namaste, people. Welcome back to the new podcast, Loop Lives of Our People. And this is the podcast where we talk about normal people's lives and stories, which I hope you relate to. And the stories we say and we speak here is relatable to you, and it's your story. And I haven't prepared the monologue, so I'm just winging it right away. But I think it turned out nice. Should I say it again, Abhijit? What do you say?
Oh, it turned out right. You don't have to say it.
Okay, okay. Thank you, thank
Beautiful.
you, thank you. So this is my friend Abhijit, a very, very close friend of mine, and he has a great life and he has great stories to say. I would say Abhijit is not famous in the sense which all the podcasters have famous people, but Abhijit is a very, very interesting person who has great stories to say and who has seen pain and pleasure both in his life. And he's 21 years old, guys. Not 21 yet. It's 20, but yeah, in a few months he's 21. And I would like to tell Abhijit, if you allow me, I would like to tell the story of how we met before we start.
Of course, sure.
Yeah, okay. So I and Abhijit studied in Sainik School, Karakutam. Yeah, I'm proud to say that. The only thing I'm proud to say in a while. And yeah, so I remember I had just joined school and it was sixth standard. So for the people who don't know about Sainik School, I will tell you it's a pretty hardcore military school. Abhijit, if you want to add something, you could. Okay, what do you thought? What did you think about the school when you came in for the first time?
When I first joined the school, like I had read the brochure, right? So
Okay,
we all had read the brochure. So I had expected a lot of things. Like the first thing that I expected was that when we get up in the morning, the bed tea will be, like served in front of you. A person will come and give you the
yeah, a
bed tea.
butler, a personal butler would be
But
there.
yes, of course.
Yeah,
Then I had thought that there will be just like two or three people in a room, and then I thought the life would be like so great. I mean, it was great, but uh, in a different way.
I remember my
Mm.
mother telling me, Kiwi, it would be great, and we'll having horse riding, and the mess would be great. Something which
Mhm. Yeah.
particularly stuck with me was she had told me this in fifth standard that there would be orange juice in like while we will be having dinner, and I was like, oh fuck, orange juice! I've seen this in movies, and as an Indian household, we never had like juice with dinner. So I was like, oh, this is going to be like those crazier, luxurious places to be in.
Mhm.
But yeah, a totally different story, but a great story to say tell. So yeah, coming back to the story on how I met Abhijit. Sounds like how I met your mother, but yeah. But Abhijit, yeah. Coming back to Abhijit's story, I had just joined school and I had come a little late because I was in the waiting list. So the selection process is a bit hard. First, you have to pass the written exam and then the interview and then the medical and then you get in. So I was a weaker one, I guess. I was in the waiting list. And Abhijit was already there in school. And I had just come and I was just trying to adjust with things. I was very homesick, I remember. And I used to cry at that point of time. This is when I was in sixth standard, right? 10, 12 years old, 10, 11 years old.
Mm.
And I remember one day, a guy, I didn't have friends then, but it was just the day, one day or the second day I came. I don't remember exactly. Maybe the first week I had come. And I don't remember anybody's name. I don't remember people's faces. And someone took my bottle to fill, if I'm not wrong, right? It was my bottle, right? Yeah, it was my bottle. I remember it was a red color bottle with Lightning McQueen's photo or something.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah. And someone had taken my bottle and not come back. It had been a while. So we used to have prefects, right? Like the seventh standards used to take care of us. Would you want to elaborate on that, Abhijit?
Oh, it's like we have appointments similar to prefects in other schools. We have appointments who take care of the juniors. So appointments will be from the senior classes. So we were in sixth standard. So we had these prefects who were in seventh standard. So there were three prefects from seventh standard who used to look after all the 60 of us sixth standards in our dormitory.
Dormitory. Yeah, I
And
used to
then
live in dormitory with huge halls and beds all the way around.
yes, there used
Yeah,
to be 20 to 25 or maybe 30 students in a single room, single
yeah,
dormitory,
and not double decker beds. I mean, not double bunk
double
beds.
decker. Mm.
Sorry, not bunk beds. It used to be like
Yes.
normal beds.
Mm. And we had, other than prefects, we had appointments, and they were from 10th, 11th, and 12th standard.
Yes, yes,
Two
yes.
10th standards, one 11th, and one 12th standard.
Do you want to explain the power which these people used to
Yes,
have?
yes. So these appointments used to be the like, you know, dadas, no, I mean, dictators of the dormitories. They had
Dictators is a
everything, the
strong
power.
word.
Yes, they had the power to do anything, change, uh, you know, do anything to the students who were below them,
To the
give
juniors,
them
yeah.
punishment, yeah,
Uh,
ask them to do anything,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
make them
So
do things.
for the other people who don't understand what we're talking about, Sainik school had a particular seniority, a hierarchy, and in the seniority, a seventh standard would tell a sixth standard to do things, and maybe little, seventh standard used to punish us also a little bit here and there. Even though they were not allowed to do so, they used to do it. But yeah, we couldn't complain. And I would tell you, when I was going through all this, it felt bad. But now looking back at it, I think it made me a better person. Like all the punishments and all the, not every one of them. I just still don't agree with all of the things I have
Mm, still
gotten.
not everyone.
Not everyone, but some of those things and really help in, team building, doing punishments together. So I would tell you, I'll give an example. If you are a seventh standard and I'm a sixth standard, you could punish me and nobody would ask you shit. That's the power you have. Punish me in sense, make me take around like what 20, 30 push-ups. Make me start rolling on the tar road. Maybe what else will
And
punish?
listeners, don't mistake it for ragging, all right? It's not ragging.
It's not
Both
ragging.
ragada and ragada is different from ragging.
Yeah, it's a different label we used to give it. I would tell you, I mean, it made us strong, mentally at least. Physically, I don't know. I am not fit right now, but I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, coming back to the story. Somebody had taken my bottle and I didn't get my bottle back. And I had told the guy sitting across me about this, and he said, "Ki, okay, go and report it to the seventh standard, that guy who's sitting there." And I was like, okay, somebody took my bottle. And then he was like, oh, who is he? Like, I was like, I don't know anybody's name. And he was like, okay, point me out who took your bottle. I'll get it back. And I was like, okay, guys, I was like, what, 10 years old? Don't judge. So I was like, I think, yeah, this guy took my bottle. And it was Abhijit. And we had never talked. We have never done nothing. And it was Abhijit. And Abhijit came up and he's like, no, I didn't take your bottle. And it had become a dilemma. Che, dilemma. Dilemma. My tongue is slipping. I'm sorry. And yeah. And what was Abhijit's
Mm.
reaction?
And then I got like, I was calm, and then, but Thomas was like really angry.
I
Not
was
like
not
really, but a bit
angry. I
angry.
was like,
A
yeah,
bit
you only,
frustrated,
bro.
I guess.
I was like,
Ah,
you only took my bottle, my lightning
yeah, yeah,
McQueen.
that.
Yeah, you
Ah,
lying. But yeah, I was wrong, guys. It was someone else. And he had just come back with the bottle while I was saying it was him. And
mm.
then, I was embarrassed and we made up. I think I made up for that. It took me 7 years to make up for that, but yeah. We have become good friends since. Yeah, very good friends. And something particularly I want to talk about, Abhijit, from you is school life was great. Okay, everything is fine. We'll talk about that later.
Ah,
But you repeated for NEET 2 years, right?
ah,
That's something I would like to talk about because a lot of people go through the process, and
mm,
I know it's hard. It's been hard, and a lot of doubts, right? A lot of self-doubt. A lot of the people.
mm.
Just give me the perspective. Give me a summary, or give me a structure of everything you had felt and you have been through. Uh,
Everything that I felt after school. So, like, school life was like great till
okay.
12th standard. In 12th standard, it was the Corona year, right? So,
Okay.
And then I used to sit in the house and sit in my home and then think about, okay, what to do. 12th was when I used to think a lot about what to do after 12th. So I started focusing mainly on UPSC, but then I used to get myself distracted a lot. Used to uh, used to use phone a lot. Used to watch a lot of movies, lot of web series, etc., etc. Used to spend so much time on social media. Then that was the sole reason why I couldn't get good marks or pass UPSC in the first, second, third, and even in the fourth attempt, or get good marks in NEET in the first, second, and third attempt. And third attempt, after the third attempt, that is first attempt during 12th, and then second attempt after first repeat, and third attempt after second repeat. And then I joined this private medical college,
No, before
Ayurveda
getting to
Medical
the
College.
end of the
Uh,
story, I would like to
uh,
ask you, as you just said right now that it was your fault and that you didn't study.
mhm.
Do you really believe that?
I actually believe that. Yes, I actually believe that. I think
Oh,
it was, yes,
but
not
don't you
think.
think the pressure is too high? The competition is too high. There are so many lakhs
Uh,
and lakhs of students writing these exams, and it's something
that's
you can't
also
blame yourself on.
that's also true. I guess like how much ever you study. Let's say you spend 5 hours a day studying. Okay, so I used to spend like I don't know 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours at max. Uh, but let's say a person studies 5 to 6 hours and then he doesn't clear. He gets like uh, an above average mark. Then, but still he will be like in the belief that, oh, he could have studied more. He could have done better. He could have put more effort, like maybe 10 hours a day. Our old principal, Colonel Rawat sir used to say in school, right?
Yeah.
So, and so
Would
if
you like
you
to
put,
say, yeah, what he said?
uh, he used to say this, that if you put 5 hours a day, okay, let's say you put 5 hours a day studying a particular thing, maybe a subject, particular subject, or a particular instrument, or anything. You put 5 hours a day, and then you do it every day. Then 5 hours. Then for 2 days it becomes 10 hours, and then next day, okay, 15 hours. But then if an another person puts 5.5 hours a day, so he puts that half hour extra effort, right? And then after an year, he will be already like maybe a few days ahead of you
Yeah,
in
yeah.
terms of. So that is there.
Like compounding
All
in hard work, right?
compounding this.
Yeah.
I think your childhood also matters. How you studied till 12th standard. See, I think if you used to study well, quite okay in your childhood days, so that memory capacity or like that intelligence, it gets stored. So and then as you mature, it will grow along with you.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, I get what you're saying. Very, very
mm.
true.
Also, if you, I've seen this, right? So if people who study well also tend to be like good in other things also, or people who tend to be good in extracurricular activities also tend to be good in study, vice versa. It's like I think if you, but that's not the case in everything. Maybe some people just focus on, let's say, a subject physics. They don't focus on anything else. It's like
Your voice just went very.
I got a call just now.
Okay,
That's
okay.
why.
Is it?
Uh,
You
no,
could pick up the call. Okay.
it's okay. Then so what I have read somewhere that Albert Einstein was good at uh, this physics and also some other things, maybe music or something, some art forms or something. Someone is knocking on my door.
Okay, okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Hello, it was my friend. He was calling me to play chess. We
Oh,
have
okay.
an online competition coming.
Guys, if you guys don't know, Abhijit is a great chess player. Before coming to school, I remember when he was like in fifth standard, like around 10 years old. He used to be he used to go for a lot of competitions and had gone for used to do coaching in chess. I remember he taught me some moves. Castling was the move, right? Castle. It was called
I,
castle.
yes.
Yeah, the rook and the king exchanging in the last row. Yeah. I'm not great at chess. I know the rules, but I don't know how to play well. And I that is something I always look up to in Abhijit to learn some more chess from him. But we have never played much chess. Other we once did in a like in the school barber shop, if you remember.
Yeah, yeah. In 11th, I remember that really.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's the only
and
time
then our administrative officer, he was walking by.
yeah, he saw
He
that.
saw us playing there.
Okay.
Ah,
I had some questions to ask. If you feel free and if you feel comfortable, feel free to answer. And first question is, while preparing for NEET, did you have self-doubt? Is this what you really wanted to do in life?
of course, I had. I had like lot of self-doubt. I I was not sure about this. Uh, I just uh, I just liked NDA. Okay,
National
that
Defense
was my own
Academy.
that was my like main goal, joining NDA. But then after that, after my four attempts, I was like, okay, I will join maybe BA English. I love writing. I love thinking. I love writing poems, and then I was thinking of joining BA English, and I applied for a particular college just near to my home, and then I got admit. It's easy to get admission. I got, but then my father was like, "Are you really sure? Just think twice. Lot of things." Then I really thought about it. I thought maybe I don't know what came in my mind. I thought I will drop one more year, and then I dropped one more year for NEET. I sat in my home. I didn't go for any coaching. I just sat in my home and then did self study. Uh, may I think I was a bit lazy to join college. I thought maybe I'll sit in home, and then think, write something, then play games or read books. Uh, that was what I did, and then I just studied a little bit, maybe a week or two, or maybe a month before the exam.
Yeah, I think this is like a story of a lot of people who drop out and try to study for NEET and other exams. But
Mm.
if it's not too much, I would like to ask you, how was the experience when you had and gotten the results and the first time you realized you didn't get them?
When I got my results the first time and I realized that I didn't get it, uh, I wasn't surprised because I knew that I wouldn't get after writing the exam.
Okay,
So,
okay.
and before writing the exam also, I was like, I was not confident, or uh, it's not about the confidence, but it's about practicality. Thinking practically, okay, I haven't prepared much there, and I didn't think about the results also much before writing the exam. Even after writing also, I just okay for one day I thought, oh, I'm sure I will not get. I checked my marks, my checked my answers with the answer sheet, or what do they call it?
Yeah,
Uh,
answer key, right?
Answer key, yeah. So the day the exam is held, that day itself the answer key is released. So I check it that day itself, and then okay, I would get this much mark. Maybe uh, maybe 3 4 questions, maybe 10 20 marks difference will be there once the results will be published. Uh,
Another question which I felt would be relatable to a lot of people. Uh, did you feel like left out when you saw other friends of yours doing college and you hadn't started college?
Left out. The biggest, I think, the feeling was pain was like when I see when I used to see uh, you know friends from NDA, they'll be putting stories, they'll be putting status.
Yeah.
So that's when the pain hits. Oh wow, they are living their life.
Have put my
Oh,
friends. I have put my friend's photo as a wallpaper. This is my friend.
hands down, bro, hands down.
This is my friend with his parents in front of NDA. The reason I have put this is very motivational for me, I guess, because I see the people around me are doing good, and it makes me want to do good, right? And it's just
Mm,
very sad that I've not done anything well in these 3 years. I mean,
mm.
but yeah. Coming back to you, I'm sorry. It's much darker there now that the light has.
Sorry, the electricity
No
has
problem.
been
I can
out
still
for
see
two
you.
hours.
Yeah, yeah. If you can increase the brightness of your phone, I think you could
That's
be
a
more clearer. My friend doesn't know I have his wallpaper. Now, is this weird? Should I cut it out? I just saw this photo in the group and I was like, shocked, bro. Like, I couldn't make my parents proud. And
uh,
was all this, was worth it? Yeah. Okay, okay.
it
Coming
still
back.
hits. That still hits. When I saw this pic, when they put it
Yeah,
in the group, it hit hard.
it hurts, right? I mean, it
Yeah, it
doesn't
hurt.
hurt that they are doing well. It hurts that we couldn't.
I don't have a clear clarity why probably because it used to be my dream too.
Yeah.
Uh,
And
but then I don't have. It's like I think it's like a relationship. You know, you love someone very dearly. You loved him or her for few years or something very dearly, but then he or she doesn't love you back, and at last they you separate, uh, and then you get another love again, but then you still miss that older one at times. It's not like miss or something, but then you feel like, oh,
yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it.
I'm not sure whether it is the same feeling.
Yeah. And yeah, NBA. But I think
Mm-hmm.
something else I wanted to ask is dropping out is a very huge decision, right?
Yes, yes.
And everyone, while trying to make such a big decision, thinks a lot about what they want to do with the future.
Mm,
And I actually personally don't think dropping out is a bad idea. I think it's a it's a good decision if you are gonna make worthwhile, and it's an okay decision if it didn't work out well, right? There's
mm,
nothing and nobody to blame.
mm,
It's just a good decision. I hope I had dropped out an year before joining college and, really thought about what I liked. And but no, I was never interested in preparation for the entrance exam. That's my
mm,
I felt that's not my cup of tea. The only entrance exam I passed was Sainik school, and after
mm,
that it has,
mm,
I was like, yeah, this is enough. Now no more entrance exam. But something I would like to add is I personally was very dumb when it came to choosing career
mm,
and choosing college and choosing the courses because I particularly didn't have much idea about what I want to do. And
mm.
did you, while you were choosing what to do, did you have a good idea about what is NEET and what it brings to you and what the stress it comes with?
No, I didn't have any idea that it would be so stressful, or I didn't have any idea what it would be like.
So would
And
you,
I didn't. I think whatever we take, uh, like okay, let's say we have an idea. Okay, it would be like this, but after taking that decision, after you join the particular college or you join the particular course or whatever it is, it will be like really different from what you had thought it
yeah,
would be
very
like.
true. Yeah,
Mm. Whether it is a good college or a bad college, whatever, I guess
very
it
true,
would be
very
different.
true. Is there
Even if
any,
a person,
yeah,
uh,
yeah, even if a person?
so even if a person who had studied in a particular college says to you that, oh, that college is very good for me, and then you join that college, but it would be a different experience for you because that was another person and you are a different person.
I think you're digging on me here, but I think the
No,
audience gets your point. The audience gets your point.
mm,
Yeah. So, is there anything as a present object you would like to tell the object after school who passed out before going for all the coaching and dropping out and anything? Yeah, other than the
mm.
NEET question papers.
Ah, uh, my friends from class have asked me the same question, and we have, we used to discuss things like. So I
Yeah,
used to give the same answer every time. That I wouldn't tell my, oh, I wouldn't tell him anything. I wouldn't tell my past self anything because uh, then, like, if you take a, if, like, if I had told him what to do, then it would be like an another turn, and then in that another turn itself, there will be like many
thousands
other
of other
difficulties on
terms.
the way.
Yeah.
Thousands of other probabilities, thousands of other difficulties on the way. And then then I would have had to come back again and tell that
Don't
person,
do
okay,
do that, yeah. But just a message, not a, not an actionable advice, just a message.
hmm, just a message. Say, uh, go with the flow. Uh,
Do you really believe that going with the flow?
going with the flow. Uh, like, I think for different people, going with the flow means different things. For me, it is like, uh, do hard work, uh, don't be like lazy.
Yeah, so
That's
it's
the
like do your part properly and the other things are
yes,
left
that's the correct
for,
word.
yeah, yeah,
Do your
I
part
understand.
proper.
It's getting very dark there. Now I can't like see your face also.
Let me see whether I have. I'll go and ask another friend for his phone, and then I can switch on the
No, 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 it's
torchlight.
okay, it's okay, it's okay. Don't. It's okay. Uh,
My brightness is full, but still, I don't. Maybe it's because of the call that.
yeah, it maybe it's gray. Like, yeah, this is better, but
How is it now?
much better, much better.
Like I made this thing
This thing
shorter.
small.
Ah,
Yeah,
let me come back and see whether it
it's
is.
yeah,
Now
it's
it's dark
darker,
again.
darker.
Now it's better.
See, guys, this is why I like Abhijit. He's okay to adjust. He's okay to do whatever it is to help others. And great man there, right there. And yeah, I think that's enough of the questions. And if you have something to ask, you could ask in the comment section. And Abhijit has a great YouTube channel. He doesn't post much, even though I have asked him to. He plays ukulele, guys, and sings well too. And he raps crazy. I can't ask him to rap today because he's my guest. And uh, yeah, but if you like to, I don't know. But yeah, his videos are there on his YouTube channel, and if you guys like, you could check it out too. And yeah, and Abhijit is doing well right now. Abhijit is doing really good. Abhijit, would you like to tell them what you are doing right now and how everything turned out?
So I am pursuing my bachelor's in Ayurvedic medicine and surgery in a private college. It's called Ahalya Ayurvedic Medical College Hospital in Palakkad, Kerala. And uh, I don't want to brag, but I don't have to pay any fees because I am from scheduled caste background. Uh, People from the comment section, please don't hate me. Uh, then I wanted to ask you this. Uh, I don't know how to respond when people, praise me or tell good things about
Compliment.
me, compliment me. Just
Uh,
like how you compliment just complimented me just a few minutes back, a minute back, you know,
yeah,
that
just a
Abhijit
thank
is
you.
there.
I think thank you is
Uh-huh.
the thank
Thank
you
you.
with a facial expression. Like, oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. If you
Mm-hmm.
were a girl, I would have said you could just kiss me the next time you see me. But that's like a pickup line. It's a joke,
Mm-hmm.
guys. It's a joke. It's a joke. But yeah. This is supposed to be wholesome, and yeah, I would tell you guys, Abhijit is a great guy. I mean, all the qualities he has, and he's an honest guy, honest and innocent guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's the like.
Thank you.
Like the, I would say that's like the peak of his true self. You know, he doesn't hide things. He doesn't have a insecurity, or he doesn't, become jealous of other people. He has feelings and he's honest with it. And he keeps working. If he likes something, he keeps working. This man learned ukulele in like what, a day, day or two. He just puts his heart into it. He works when he wants to. That, and hopefully you get to do things you love and like a lot in the future of it. Abdit is really happy
Thank you,
nowadays,
Thomas.
guys. Huh? No comments, sir.
No, thank you, I said.
Abdit is really happy nowadays. If you're in a healthy relationship, I would say with studies. Uh,
Hmm.
and I think at the end of it, at the end of the tunnel, everything turns out fine, right? What do you say, Abhijit? Do you say?
I wouldn't say that every time.
Okay. Then what would you
At the
say?
end of the tunnel, for rapists and other people, they hang. It's not. They
Brother,
get hanged.
brother,
It's
it's,
not
it's a
the knife.
wholesome podcast.
Oh, sorry. No. But every time it may not be uh, for every people. I can't tell you the percentage or something. Well,
What do
it's
you
a
believe
process.
in? It's all a process. That's what I think.
It's all.
What do you believe? Like, should we, people say, right, it will all be all right at the end of the time and day.
No, I don't believe in that. That it
Okay.
will be all right at the end of the day. At the end of the day, I believe that it can be anything, all right or not right, or okay, or like very good, or like very bad, or anything. But during the process, I guess there will be like, okay, many good things, many bad things, very many okay things, many not so okay things.
Hmm.
Maybe a lot of good things. Maybe 90% will be good, 10% will be bad. Maybe 10% will be good, 90% will be bad. Um,
It's a
but
process.
if you, but in my perspective, I think if you have the bad times in the beginning, the good things, and at the end, it will be more wholesome. Good
Mm-hmm.
things coming in the end after.
Something which I think people would want to hear is, did you have the fear of letting down your parents when it came to, NEET as a
Of course, I had that fear like a lot. Even like after my second repeat, you know, in my third attempt of NEET, when I scored like really very much. The day on the exam day, that day evening, I told my father that, oh, I would be getting only this much marks. I don't think I will be getting into anything. And then he got like really, like I couldn't look at, uh, like his face was like, and then he said something pointed really upset with me. And then he like scolded me a lot. And it wasn't like scolding, it was like more like, uh what do you call it, he said so many things. And he didn't tell it in front of me. He was telling it to my mother. He was like shouting. And uh, and I could hear it. I had many sleepless nights after that. I had more sleepless nights after that. Now it's
that's
like it's okay.
yeah, I heard
I'm
you
doing.
told me, right after you wrapped in your college, your dad said, okay, yeah, it's very nice
Yeah, yeah.
and yeah.
He
I think
likes it when I do all the extracurricular activities. He says that studies is the most important thing, but then activities also, like now he asks me more about activities. Like, when is the next arts coming up? When is the next Ganamela or whatever it is?
mm,
Musical thing coming up. When is the next competition or something coming up? Every time when I call him, he asks that thing also.
it's very sweet. It's good to know you're doing well. I mean, I know you're doing well. We call like once in a while. I hope I can't say
Mm.
every day, every month,
Uh-huh.
once in a while. But yeah, it's good to know that you're doing well. and yeah, relationship.
And I too can't say that I am doing well every day. Okay, and, no,
Yeah, yeah,
everyone
it's a
has.
process,
Uh,
right? Life's.
yes, yes, it's the process.
But it's so good to have you, on something I would like to call my podcast, or just a conversation with friends and people, knowing their stories, knowing the pain, knowing their happiness, and something to give to the viewers so that they can relate and be felt in the conversation. It's so
Mm.
great to have you. Anything else you would like to add?
Mm. Let me think. I can't think
Mm,
of anything.
Take your time. We'll cut it. The thinking part, we'll cut it in the join.
Okay. Mm. Let's add this part also. Okay.
The
Thinking
cutting in
part,
the
I will cut it.
join.
That also you can add in the video. And then after that,
Uh, we'll do
should
that.
I add?
Good idea, good idea. Smart.
Mm.
My camera looks fine, no? It's very grainy, but presentable. I mean, it's not
Mm. Yeah. Portrait video. It's like,
those old retro camera wala videos.
uh,
Like,
huh,
was that what you meant? Okay.
maybe
Okay, fine. Yeah, sir,
a little bit.
sir, if you want. So, like now, this time NEET is messed up, right? And
Ah, yes, yes.
I don't want to get into it because it's like a shitty thing which happened to the students, and all of those things are really bad.
Mm.
But if there is a message or something, some advice, because you
Mm.
dropped out like twice, and
Mm.
is there any message you would like to give to a guy who is thinking about dropping once and twice, and trying to put in and get the marks and get into NEET, I mean pass NEET.
I would say, just okay. Take your time. Think about it. Don't jump. Jump into a decision, and
Mhm.
then you would start regretting. Like if you take your time and then take a decision which is not so good, it's okay. It's better. I
Oh,
would say.
thinking
You would
about
at
it
least
and
feel
going
like,
wrong is fine, right?
yes, yes. You would at least feel like, you thought a lot. You had thought a lot about it, and then it
Yeah,
went wrong.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So,
This is
and
something which I can relate to, right? Like choosing
mm,
engineering college, not a fun thing to do. I'll make a video on how to choose engineering colleges. Yes, I'll do that.
mm.
Yeah.
And I
Trying
think if
to,
you,
yeah.
mm, right.
No, you tell me, sir,
and
please.
mhm. And I think uh, if you have chosen a wrong decision, which you feel like it is a wrong decision, and then you can maybe try to adjust a little, try to find, you know, something, try to find things to, uh, like how you do, Thomas. You go for this gigs, stand-up gigs, etc., etc.,
Yeah,
and then
make the maximum possible out of whatever is possible.
make the maximum possible.
Yeah, it's
That's
a,
all you can.
yeah, yeah.
When
So
I used
any,
to go for
yeah,
in my first repeat, in
mhm,
my first repeat, first drop year, I used to go for a coaching. I went for this coaching for 5 months for
mhm,
NEET.
mhm,
Uh, After that, I dropped. I started studying for UPSC, for NDA UPSC.
yeah.
And then, so when I went there, when I used to go there, once that sir used to tell me, that sir told one story that, not story, one thing that, okay, it's like you have already fallen into the ocean and no one is going to come pick you up. You have to swim your way to the shore. So if you like, you have taken the decision to, move through this path. Okay, NEET. Okay, I will do this NEET, and then uh, take get good marks, choose a college. So follow this path. That's what he meant.
Mhm.
Mm.
You are on your own. You need to put in the effort, right? You have to
Uh,
put in the effort. Very good.
and I think main thing is that you should have a clarity in what you are doing.
Mhm.
Don't be like jumping. Okay, I will study this. I will do that. This
Mhm.
everything.
That is very true.
Mixture.
I have that problem. I have that problem focusing on a lot of things, and I'd like to show you something if you don't mind. This is
Mm.
my phone, and I don't think so. That's clear.
Let me zoom in.
Yeah,
Let
I'll
me
just
zoom in.
I'll read it for you. I'll read it for you. How is that?
Hmm.
It's a wallpaper, and this
Sure.
is a quote. I normally don't follow quotes, but this is a good
Hmm.
quote from Bhagavad Gita.
Hmm.
Those who commit to nothing are distracted by everything. I think particularly I
Uh,
found it very useful because I usually think about a lot of things. Even this podcast, I have been thinking about this for like past 2, 3 years, but this is just a thought which I had in the back of my mind. I'll be thinking about all these things distracted and do nothing. So,
uh,
uh, right, I'm focusing on one by one. I'm focusing on a particular thing at a time. Okay, sorry, something popped. So I think
but here's the thing.
hmm,
uh,
this is.
So I used to also see like think the same thing. Okay, like
Hmm,
I used to get distracted a lot. I used to think, okay, let's do this. Okay, I will write something. I will think and write something. Write a poem. Write a story. Or I will learn music. I will study ukulele. I will do this.
hmm.
I will do that. A lot of things. Then I end up doing a lot of things. Okay, but only a little.
Yeah, that
The
happens. Like
progress
that.
is like really, really, really low.
Yeah. It's like if you put
Uh,
10. Yeah, I'm sorry. Tell me.
hmm. It's like
It's like you're putting an effort, but it's like very for a very short amount of time, so you don't learn enough to master it, but you just know something about it.
uh, and and not just that, you will waste a lot of time also, and that's the main mudda here. Like wasting time in the sense, I would be okay, getting distracted by maybe other things like social media, okay,
Hmm.
or maybe simply sitting, okay, feeling tired, sleeping, simply
Hmm.
lying down, and then
Yeah. 20s are really hard, bro. The time I got into 20, when I turned 20, I was like, bro, I'm tired. I want to sleep every day, not go to college and like, yeah. I used to start competition. I was just making a joke, man. It was not that bad.
hello,
Yeah,
hello,
yeah, yeah.
hello.
Audible, you're audible.
I got disconnected. I got disconnected
Yeah,
when
I
you
mean,
were saying the time 20s are hard, bro. When you said after that,
I
I
was
got
just, I was just saying, body starts to hurt. You're tired all the time.
disconnected.
I personally prefer to be in bed, yeah, than to work on something. But yeah, that's everybody, right? But I like to work. It's not bad, but
Hmm,
sleep is pretty powerful. You
hmm,
know, makes you want to do it all the time. Coming back to you and your NEET story,
hmm,
good things. I think we have learned a lot, you know, about the feelings you have been through. And I know it was a not a very good time because dropping out can be hard, and seeing your friends enjoy in college can be also a bit sad. And
hmm,
yeah, knowing
hmm,
that it's very hard, the competition is very hard, and you're not able to
hmm,
put in the effort is also thoda disheartening. But
hmm.
I think you have done really well, and you have taken all of those things really well, and not let it change you. When people go through hard times, it changes them. It changes the way they behave. It changes the way things, the way they react to people. But you have always been able to stick with the good person you are. Even right now, you're like the college hero, I've heard, and
Uh,
that's like a skill. And so
I'm
good
not
to
sure
know.
why it is, but most of the other, I think all the other students in my class feel difficult in this college, to adjust. Maybe it's because I studied in Chinese school, or maybe due
So,
to some other reason. I'm not sure. For me, it's
it,
like,
is it the problem with boarding, or I mean, like being in
huh,
hostel? Or?
so it's a private college, right? So. And here there are like tons of restrictions. You can't go out of the college without, you know, you have to take a lot of permissions to move out. And then studies are like really tough for everyone. Teachers
Mhm.
ask you questions like every day, and it's like, everyone says that it's like school. Uh, and not all teachers, but some teachers are like really good. I really look up to some many people. I really love their classes. Two teachers especially, uh, Anup sir and should I take their names?
Yeah, now you took
They,
one
they
guy's
are
name.
like
Now you have to take the second guy's name
Anup
too.
sir and Srijit sir, and they are like, Anup sir is like Manoj sir from our school.
Oh, okay, that's sweet.
Or
Shout
like
out to Anup sir and Srijit sir. If this somehow is seen by some people, I hope they know that they are appreciated by their students,
uh,
both of them.
and uh, all of the teachers too. I like them, but for some reason, not everyone likes how they react. And then people get, uh, it's like, even for small things, people get frustrated. Like
Mm.
the food was like, it's too salty. The rice was like a bit overcooked or something. Other reasons like the bus was late today. I mean,
Mm.
girls stay in a hostel which is a bit far away, 2 kilometers away. Inside our campus itself, our campus
Mm.
is a bit big, huge.
Mm.
So sometimes their bus comes late after classes, and then for other reasons also.
I think this is because we studied in Sonic school, and
Yes, yes.
because I'm not bitching on others, I'm just being something which I've observed.
Mm,
Uh, even in my college, the things I have problem with is not relatable to others, but the things which
uh,
others have problem with feels petty to me,
uh,
and it's not like their fault, but it's just that we have come from different places.
mm,
If
true.
I say ki this is a problem and we should, act upon it together, they would be like, "Hmm, not a big problem. Like, if I say
Mm,
ki we should ask them to increase the curfew timing, maybe give us permissions to go out on weekends, like that is a basic necessity, and we should all go and
mm,
tell them these things, because then it would have a, what do you say? Then it would be a bigger problem when everybody has a problem with it, right?
mm,
But they are just like, oh, it's okay, we don't mind not going out on weekends. We don't mind not going out on weekdays. It's okay that the curfew is from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock, right?
mm.
But at the same time, if the chicken piece is too small, they would react a lot. They would like complain. They would go shout at the guy who made or who gave him the piece. And it's very funny to me, but it's not their fault. It's just that coming from different places, the need and the taste
True.
and choices are very different. And yeah, I think that's it. Nobody to blame. Yeah, and I would tell you something. I'm envious of these people who study with me because they are very happy in the place they are in. They're very happy with what
Mm,
they have, and that is something I'm just still learning to be in. I always
mm,
think and I will always try. I used to always complain about getting a better place, being in a better condition, doing more work.
mm,
But at the end of it, I didn't put in work. I didn't put in the action which I had to. And I stayed wherever
mm,
I am.
mm.
Uh, I think we're talking like old people, but we are just 20-year-olds. We should not be talking like this. We should be talking about
Really?
someone. I think it's like if one of my friends see this and they would be like, "Why are you like talking about heavy things?" And
Uh-huh.
whenever I talk about these things about being happy or what I want from life, people just tell me, "Okay, you're philosophical." For the people who don't know Malayalam, it means don't talk this philosophy. But it's just I prefer and I like to talk in this way. I mean, I think this gives me more clarity on other people and in my
Mm,
behavior. Yeah, that's it. I think if you have anything to add, Abhijit, or else we would, wind up because it has been a good con.
nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Here it's rainy.
Okay, now
Weather
I'm
is
not jealous, bro. I just came yesterday, so I don't mind a little heat. It's just been six
Mm.
months since I've come home, so I don't mind the heat.
Mm.
Yeah, I thought after school it would be better, but in school it
Mm.
used to be 3 4 months. Now it's 6 months. It's just going all the way down, you know.
Do you miss home, Thomas?
Uh,
When you are,
when I'm away,
yes.
it's very different feelings at different times
Mm.
because I miss the food. Like my mom makes good food. I miss the food a
Mm.
lot. But you know, as I've grown staying away from home, it is okay to live away from home, but it just sometimes feels like it's time to go home and reset, you know,
Mm.
just reset the mind, get things running because the college I'm in, I don't feel very good. So whenever I feel a little bit off, something I just feel like, yeah, home is fine. But I'm telling you, home is not great. Parents are not great. I'll tell you example, Abhijit.
Mm.
My mom today I came after writing exam. Like
Mm.
today is 23rd, I 22nd, 23rd, yeah. 21st I wrote exam, 22nd I came back right, after 6 months. And I'm
Mm.
sitting today at home and my mom comes up and it's like, हाँ lab exam मैंने कि पढ़ जो. For the people who
Uh,
didn't get it, it's like study for the lab exam. But lab exams dates are not out. It would be like
uh.
after 8th July, but dates are not out. But she's like, why are you sitting simply just there? I'm like, very ma, just let me be. The thing is that, see, once this is something Zakir Khan says too. Once
Mm.
you leave home
Mm.
and go somewhere and like live or maybe work, coming back home doesn't feel the same as it used to be. It
Mm.
just starts feeling different and thoda distant. And even though your parents like you and they care for you, it's a very different feeling at different times. I
Mm.
sometimes you crave for it. Sometimes you are like, did you just smell your hand? Okay, you're going to
No,
sneeze.
no.
But
I was gonna sneeze.
yeah, I would like to talk about this sometime later properly. You know, articulate my thoughts on this and talk. I think this is something I feel not a lot of people relate with or understand me on because no, the people I live around with or the friends I have right now don't understand living away from home. To them, living away from home is like maximum up to like maximum going away for a week and then going back home on a weekend, right?
It's
And
not the
that's
same.
like that's for them is like, oh yeah, stressful. But I think Amjit, I think we have lived away from home for the better half of our lives. Like we're 20-year-olds, but we have been living outside for like 10 years.
Ah, so true.
Yeah, and like I don't remember anything before seven, like when I was seven. So
Mm.
yeah, I don't remember much. All the memories I have is mostly of school and random
Oh,
things happening. It's just if you
mm.
ask me something which I remember from home, it's just random bits and from here and there. Yeah.
Mm.
Do I wish I was at home in school? If I get to do it again, I think I would stay at home. You know, try to
Mm.
experience this because we never got our lunch box packed and to go to school in a school bus and to wait for the bus to come. Walk with
Yeah.
friends home to back home. You know, maybe look at the girl you had crush on and loiter around her, try to get her to
Mm.
like her. The boys, Sainik school is a boys' school,
Mm.
guys, and it's just that a lot of experiences I think I had left out, and what people take for granted, including their parents and the lives they have. I think some of the parts of it I feel like I have missed. But maybe
But at
I'm
the
just
same time, we have like uh,
yeah, yeah,
had
but
so many other experiences with.
yes, it's very, very true. Very, very true. Very true.
Mm,
But I was just
mhm,
trying to say on the parts of did I miss home? But yeah, we
mm,
have had good experiences, man. I mean, I won't complain. I used to complain, but now I won't
mm,
complain. Looking back at it,
mm.
I remember in seventh standard, I were you in my in VKK? No, you were in no, in seventh standard.
I was in Patel,
You're in Patel. Yeah, these
dormitory
are
in
like our
Indore
hostel names, guys. If you guys don't understand,
house.
house used to call house. Yeah. I remember Neeraj broke Vaishak's pen
Mm.
and we all got punishment. I don't know why I remember it, but we all got a lot of punishment. Do you remember the punishment we got in ninth standard?
Ah,
Like all,
that was what
all
I was thinking when you said
uh,
Neeraj broke Vaishak's pen.
Neeraj, that
I
guy,
got reminded of that. Ah,
yeah, all of the punishments and looking back at it, I have been through shit. Just makes me.
we have
Uh,
literally rolled on shit
hey,
in
shush,
bathroom.
shush. This is a wholesome podcast, man. What is this shit going? I mean, I haven't rolled through shit, guys. Abhisit has a different story. It's not me.
Mm.
I've kneeled down in a bathroom though. I mean, uh,
I
they made
have
me do
both.
it. They made me do it, but it was clean.
Ah,
I remember the seniors were so frightening, bro. Standing in Vishram. It was very frightening and very scary when we were in like sixth, seventh.
six, six especially.
Six, yeah, and
Mm.
then in ninth also it started. No, when I was in eighth, also it was a bit hard for me because there used to be,
Hit
we
to the
used to,
danger.
yeah, we used to live with like eighth, ninth, tenth used to live together, right?
Mm.
So that used to be sort of. But I don't remember most of it. Though. I only remember the good parts. I remember watching movies together in the auditorium. I remember watching France ka final and France winning. I remember watching La La Land together. I
Mm.
remember watching
Uh-huh.
Interstellar, but I don't remember shit in that movie.
You still haven't watched that movie, right?
I
I mean,
haven't. I'm
after
sorry. I
seven.
just don't like space. I'm sorry. And it's just that I watched it in
Bro,
seventh
that's the
standard, and
lamest excuse for not watching. You don't like space. Ah,
and I think Christopher Nolan is a good director, but not. I mean, I will watch it. I had like Memento and what the Prestige is a good movie, yeah. But it's just that Interstellar, it just makes me feel like space.
mhm.
Mm. I'll
I
watch it.
love
I'll watch
space,
it.
bro. Like,
I'll watch it.
I
I'll
love
watch it.
space. Mm,
Abhijit has been pushing me to watch a lot, Interstellar, a lot. Yeah. Abhijit has also suggested me to watch a lot of good movies. We made a Telegram group, remember, of all the
huh.
evergreen movies. Yeah, I watched all the movies in that group. It
Mm.
was good. It was good. It was good. Shit, did we just talk about piracy? I mean, there's like
Uh,
old movies which are like available on
uh,
YouTube. Those movies, okay, it's not like the new ones. It's like Shawshank Redemption and all those.
yeah.
So yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So, what are the plans for the future, Abhijit? Anything you have thought about?
uh, Still, I don't have a clarity what to
It's
do
okay. It's
after.
completely okay. I'm just thinking. See, I
Mm,
am going to work on this podcast and want to start posting. That's like my plan. One of my
mm,
plans.
yeah.
Like likewise, anything you would like to,
Maybe the next time, maybe the
yeah.
next time you call me to the podcast, I will have something in my mind. Many plans. I have like many ideas, not like perfect plan. Like
Mhm, mhm.
maybe after we take few podcasts together. Uh,
Bro, this is the first. Now you
mm,
have to say
mm,
something which you will do. And on the next time
mm,
you are on the podcast, I would like check on you with the whole
like,
viewers. The viewers would ask you, did you
uh,
do it?
uh,
So anything
so
you
okay,
want to
today,
bring it up, which you know,
uh, learning ukulele more, rapping more
I
than
think
in studies. Okay.
I think you should start rapping in Malayalam. 'Cause I say this because Malayalam hip hop industry is really coming up and it's really growing
Hmm.
up. And if you are able to write a good original song, it is the only thing you need right now to get in the Malayalam hip hop scene.
I haven't written anything till now in Malayalam.
Try to. I mean, that's a good thing to, the next time maybe when I come ask you for a podcast, you would be a big hip
Yes.
hop star, and I'm like, sir, please, would you like to come to my podcast?
Mm.
Right? You never know.
1 second, Thomas. I got
Yeah,
enough. Ah,
yes, sir. Next
so we
time,
have.
so
Mm.
just promise something for next time. To the
Hmm.
viewers, it's not for me. You're telling your
To
viewers
the
you would do
viewers.
something, and if you don't do it,
Yes. So the next time I'll be when I come to the podcast, I would have made a song, a
okay,
rap
that's
song. Okay,
a
written
good
a
rap song.
rap song.
Any
Okay,
language is fine.
okay, take it.
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If
Mm.
you can write a
And
good rap song, I have a friend who's a music producer.
mm,
You guys could, I could ask him to get you a free beat if you like, something which you would like
mm,
to.
that's nice. That's beautiful.
He does a pretty good work. I'll send you his work, and yeah,
No, you have told me about this before, and you have asked me to write also before, but I haven't
yeah. See, the
written till now.
action is the only
Okay.
thing I've realized. Action is the only thing which brings movement in your life.
True,
It,
true.
yeah,
Thomas.
that is my.
Very true.
It took me 3 years, but this podcast is going to be something I would post consistently. I've made a list of people I could call, and
Mm-hmm.
you're the first one because I know you would say yes. And
Thank you, Thomas. I feel really uh, happy or satisfied. No, I am the first one.
yeah, sir,
Okay.
I took you for granted, man. I was like, okay, I don't think I should do this. The first episode
Next
should
time I'll
be.
take money.
If I start making money, I'll give you 50% of the episode.
Mm.
Fifty
Give
percent.
gift me something. I don't want money. Gift me something. Send
What do
me
you want,
gifts.
sir?
I love them more.
I'll
Anything,
I'll think about it and give you.
you know.
The
Mm.
next time we make a podcast. Yeah. Hopefully, this takes does well. And yeah, I think we should work on the quality. I was actually very demotivated because the quality in which I could produce a podcast is really low. Even the camera
Mm.
and the audio and the doing it
Mm.
online is not like using professional podcast mics and camera, right? And
Mm.
it feels very distant. But I think this conversation was very healthy, and I didn't feel like it was online at all. And hopefully, the viewers also feel the same.
So, and that's the thing. The viewers should feel.
Yeah,
Mm.
I don't mind starting in this quality. Maybe if life provides and if things turn out
Mm.
well, I would sure improve the quality and invite you to my office.
Mm. Sure, I would come.
Okay, sir. Thank you for coming to the podcast. This was first episode of Lives of Our People. This is your host Thomas, and that's your guest opposite. Hopefully, your new best friend too. And check out his page, check out his YouTube channel, check out his Instagram if possible. Very sweet guy. If you need any guidance or anything you want to know from his story, which we couldn't cover, hit him up. No, you will reply. No, you're not that famous, bro. This is the
Ah,
this is
I
this is
would
the
reply, of course,
special
hundred
this is
percent.
this is the specialty of this podcast. You could text the guests, they would reply, unlike other podcast guests. Yeah, so yeah, take care and be well, guys. Bye bye.